Hi, I'm Lucy and this is my story really all began on the 11th of December at 9:24 p.m. My mum had told my little brother to come up to bed and he didn't. He came into mine instead and he came and sat with me and my nana. He asked my nan for his inhaler and she gave him an inhaler and then he took it, but then he was black all around his mouth. And then he shouted my mum, and my mum came in, and she told me to go get his mask. I ran as fast as I could to get his mask, and then he pushed the mask. I ran and got the mask and we put it on him, and then he pushed it away and went, "Mum, I'm dying," and then he died in her arms. But my big brother, he pulled Jay down, so my mum started doing CPR on him, pulled him down onto the floor, and then my mum performed CPR on him, but my mum's only got one lung, so she couldn't do it for much longer, so my nana took over. And as they were blowing into him, stuff was coming out of him, and it was like ready stuff. And he had like this sort of noise coming out of him as well while it was all coming out. And as he was like throwing it back up, they kept on wiping him, and then and we rang for the ambulance twice, and it took half an hour to come. And in the end, it got here, and my mum said he's dead, because my nan's a professional nurse. She knew, but I didn't get told, and they were and the ambulance man said, "Well, he's not breathing," and then they took him to York Hospital, and they performed on him all the way there, and the policeman who was driving it, he was stopping every red light because they're not allowed to really to carry a dead body, and so they took him to the hospital and they had a crash team waiting for him, and in the end they stopped. They were injecting adrenaline through his legs and everything. In the end they stopped. And my mum went round asking them for 2 more minutes, and then started like grabbing Jay and saying, "Come on, you've got to fight, Jay, come on, you've got to wake up." And he didn't. And so then my nana came to the hospital. No, wait. I rang my dad and told him that Jade is in like an ambulance, and then like 10 minutes later my dad rang me saying he was on life support, and I thought there was hope then. But then the police went upstairs, the policewoman went upstairs and told her person, but then they gave it to me, my brother, and my mum's friend in a room and told us that he died. They died. I was hysterical. I was screaming the house down, and it was really heartbreaking. And then we went to the hospital, and we sat there for hours, and I was holding his hand and everything, but it was so heartbreaking, and I was throwing up, but I still wanted to stay there with him. And I stayed until about 5 in the morning, and then I went home. I had about 4 hours sleep. And we sat there until about 5 in the morning, and then we left because I was being sick and I really wasn't well of all the shock. And so I went home, and then on that day, I started talking to this boy, and he made me feel so much better. And in a way, I really liked him. And then he stopped talking to me just like that after my brother's funeral, and he came, and then he didn't talked to me. He hasn't spoke to me since. But then I took up cutting because I had no one to help me or give me advice through this, and it's awful. And I took up cutting and self-harming, and in the end I just wanted to kill myself. But then I told my friend how I was feeling. I just had to. I couldn't keep it in any longer. And anyway, I told my friend, and she helped me through it. And in the end, I went counselling, but I was refused it. But I went once, and I've only ever been once. And I'm better now, but it's still hard because knowing that you're never going to see the person you went from spending every day with to not seeing them at all. And I was really close to my older brother. I was closer than my older brother with him. And I did everything with my little brother. And knowing that I'm never going to see him again, it's just awful. No one should have to go through what I went through. Thank you.